Well, thank you very much for this very kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, it is my honor to be with you today.
The World Economic Forum has a new leader, and it looks like the prophecies about the end times just shifted gear. Everything I talked about years ago starts to shape, and I thought I was done with it, but now this happens.
They pulled me back in.
So I'll do my best to explain the significance of this change in leadership. The three Abrahamic religions mention an end times tyrant, and my research concluded that in spite of what academia claims, these are three different people. While I am pretty sure about the identity of the Antichrist and Armilus, who are the tyrants in the Christian and Jewish prophecies, studying Islamic texts left me with the impression that there's not much to it except for blatant plagiarism of the other two religions. I remember thinking that the description of Dajjal is just a mix of someone with the influence of the Antichrist and the appearance of a more disfigured Armilus, because as Armilus recognized thanks to his boldness and the different size of his eyes, Dajjal will be recognized by his more notable eye defect, as one of his eyes is said to, quote, float like a grape. And I was thinking then that this description is so grotesque that it is impossible to miss. Yet we are here months after Klaus Schwab stepped down, and I don't know of anyone who made this connection yet. So here to explain what this is all about.
We're gonna hang out, gonna watch a movie, gonna take some pictures, and I'll pay you.
To understand where we are on the prophecy timeline, we need to know what to expect. The reason that we are now at the end times is that a lot of prophecies are fulfilled at this point of time that correspond with these predictions. This is the last generation of humans as predicted in the Book of Enoch. Soon we will see transhumanism that is the mix of iron and clay as predicted by Daniel. You can't tell me that Nero was the Antichrist if he didn't apply the mark of the beast. And you can't say Gog and Magog already happened if the nations didn't go to war against Israel. A prophecy is either 100% accurate or it is not fulfilled. And the times now are times of deception. And what I mean by that is that traditional and social media are flooded with disinformation, such as Gnostic or purely satanic claims under the guise of scientific research. The reason a lot of people are fooled is because they only focus on the angle given to them by their own belief. I see it all as pieces of the same puzzle, which is how I reached the conclusion that where we stand now is the beginning of the second horse of the apocalypse before the predicted win of Israel led by the first Messiah. Dajjal is a leader who is prophesied to gather an army to fight Muslims. What we see now is the hostile takeover of pro-Islamic groups of Western cities as a result of being politically radicalized by anti-Israel protests. The Dajjal angle will be used to radicalize Muslims in the religious way, and this should happen soon. This Nestle guy still didn't get a lot of media attention since he entered his new position, but what I expect to happen is that Muslims will be allowed to butcher Western societies for some time, and then the World Economic Forum will get the public's approval to enforce martial law. And for a time, he will be seen as the world's leader,